Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Andrew with Braggins Adventures, and today we're going to head to Las Vegas, Nevada to check out the Park MGM. We spent a couple of nights here, we tried a bunch of food for you guys, and checked out as much of the property as we possibly could. Are you ready? Alright, let's go! This is Braggins Adventures. Alright everybody, we are inside the Park MGM in Vegas, and they have this beautiful tree sculpture thing coming from the ceiling right there in the lobby. Nice casino floor. It is non-smoking, by the way, which I think's kind of super cool. They have this cool little photo op, I guess. Maroon 5, I guess, has a residency there, so there's this phone booth. When you pick it up, you can actually listen to Maroon 5 playing. It's a cute, silly thing. I thought it was cool. I just wanted to point out. I'm going to take you up to the room first. Elevator lobby spaces on each floor are gorgeous with seating spaces and stuff. It feels a little higher end than some of the other MGM properties that we've obviously stayed at. We were on the 24th floor, room 220. This is a strip view room. It was a comp room based off my play, and then we got upgraded because it was Alyssa's birthday on this particular trip. I always like to mention when the room's comp because I don't, there's certain things I kind of let go if I'm not paying for the room. I try to point them out to you, but I wasn't necessarily mad about them, right? So 2 queen beds, 1 nightstand in the middle because we're back to the MGM properties of there's not nightstands on all sides of the bed, which I think is absolutely insane. Give us our nightstands, guys. There's space for it. Put a little table on either side of the bed. That's all I'm asking for. There is room for it. Gorgeous strip view over this little couch area with, pretty decent blackout curtains, if I do say so myself. And then over in the corner on my side of the bed is this interesting plug thing that they hung up. It's got USB ports and regular outlets, which I was very appreciative of. There's another outlet in this weird spot behind this table. The table doesn't fit in the room. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a weird thing to have, but I get it. But this outlet and this trash can back here in the corner is just, it's a strange thing to have. It is what it is. Then this weird, thin, skinny shelf thing underneath the television. Oh, and the dreaded mini bar. Don't touch that because you'll have to pay for it. I will say the room has plenty of outlets though. That was a nice benefit. Oh, and good news, the TV did have a sleep timer. This full-length mirror with the neat lighting architecture thing around it kind of just becomes an art piece. They do have a luggage rack for you, but it doesn't fit in the closet when it's open, so you have to move it out of the closet in order to use it. I do think that's strange. Couple of cool little coat hooks by the door. Always appreciative of more space to hang my stuff up. And then this closet / bathroom combo. We'll talk about the bathroom first. It's decent. It's good size. They make good use of the space. Cool little shelf to hold everything. Even though it's like an IKEA or Rubbermaid shelf, but it gets the job done. Decent sized vanity, good sized mirror. Cool dimmable light feature, so if in the middle of the night you have to use the restroom, you don't want to wake up fully, you can have it come on a much dimmer level, which I appreciated. Although I'll tell you what, at 2 in the morning, it's not as dim as you think it is. The amenities, we love MGM property amenities. They get the job done. Even Alyssa's coming around to using the amenities now. The shower is decently sized. I'm so happy to be in a hotel without one of those tub shower combos. I'm never gonna lay down in a tub in a hotel. I'm just not. So I like these stand-up showers. I need a little more space anyway. I'm a taller dude. I didn't feel like I was gonna bang my elbows on anything in here. Overall, it's a decent shower. They do have 1 towel rack for the shower right there on the door. It's a little awkward to grab your towel because you have to open the door in towards you. And they have these 2 terrible MGM property towel hook things that don't dry towels. MGM, stop putting those in. And of course, as per most MGM properties, there's no towel rack over the sink, which absolutely sucks because I want a hand towel so I can dry my hands right by the sink. And a lot of MGM properties seem to have removed those. All right, let's talk about this door between the bathroom and the closet, right? So it's kind of a barn door. It slides towards the bathroom or towards the closet. So if someone's in the bathroom, your closet's fully exposed. If you want to seal off your closet, your bathroom's fully exposed. It's a design choice, I guess. The closet has this little 3-door, 4-door dresser, and then a little floor space, obviously your iron and ironing board, and the safe is behind where you hang your clothes. Again, an interesting choice. I don't know how I feel about the sliding barn door, and you know what? I'll probably never know how I feel. Um, anyway, let's talk about the theme of the room real quick. You'll notice green walls, green tile, that kind of stuff. The Park MGM has green themed rooms and red themed rooms, and each one of them features commissioned artwork that you'll only find there, which I thought was really freaking cool. Obviously, there's a booklet in each room that explains who the art's by and what your theme is as far as if you're in a green room or a red room. I just think that's pretty cool. All right. Overall, pretty happy with the room here. It was a decent stay. We're gonna head down to the pool now, and when I say pool, I mean multiple pools. The Park MGM has multiple pools. One of them is 21 and over only, and then there was kind of like what looked like a partier pool, and then one of them that's kind of looked like a more relaxing pool. But we didn't go to those two. We went to the 21 and over pool. And we were just going to check it out, honestly, for you guys. We squeezed in a little bit of pool time one morning. When we do these Vegas trips, we have pretty busy filming schedules. So, you know, we don't often get a lot of pool time, but I thought I wanted to give you the full review I could. You're in a kind of a weird space in the pools of Park MGM because you look up to the tram station and some of the towers of other hotels. I don't know. I guess it's okay. There is bar service and a bar there, and then you during certain hours they do have waiters and waitresses that come around and can serve you as well. There is this weird hole in the roof of the Park MGM, and if you want to know what that hole is, you're gonna have to check out our short on YouTube, which is linked in the description below, because I went on a treasure hunt. I'll tell you what, it was an adventure. All right, let's move on from the hotel room and the hotel stuff. Let's talk about food. I'm just gonna put the restaurants in alphabetical order for you. We're gonna start at Best Friend. This isn't necessarily the first place we ate. I just thought alphabetically was the best way to do these. So Best Friend is a sit-down Asian cuisine restaurant. It looks like a really cool like liquor store or like convenience store out front. In reality, it's kind of the lobby slash bar area that you wait in before you go into the actual restaurant. Speaking of which, I highly recommend you make reservations for the restaurant. This place was bumping, okay? We had reservations, but we decided to go a little bit early and grab a drink at their bar. Super friendly bartenders, very loud inside here, like super loud. But there are video games to play and just cool stuff to look at. It's a really neat and interesting space. And it gets even cooler once you go into the actual restaurant, because you have to walk through like these meat flaps to get into that area. Like it's the back of the convenience store, and it becomes this like dark kind of romantic space. And I gotta tell you guys, this is probably one of my favorite spots to eat food in all of Las Vegas. The food was just amazing. The rolls there, as you can see, and then we did kind of family style. We had Aaron and Valerie with us on this particular meal, so we just ordered a bunch of dishes and shared. I had a My Vegas reward for a complimentary appetizer with entree purchase, so we used that. It was Alyssa's birthday, so she got a complimentary dessert. All around though, excellent service, excellent food. Man, I can't say enough about this. It looks really strange from the outside because you're like, what is this convenience store looking thing that's all neon and glowy doing in the middle of the relatively fancy looking Park MGM? And then you go in and you're like, wow, this is a really weird loud bar. And you gotta go the distance for this one, because the murals and the artwork inside, the atmosphere, and just the food. Some of the best food I've eaten in Las Vegas. I'm positive I can confidently say that. You will not be disappointed if you dine here and you enjoy Asian cuisine. If you only like cheeseburgers and stuff, you're probably not gonna have a very good time. But super good food, highly recommended. Again though, do make sure you make that reservation. They do fill up, and we were there on like a Tuesday night. So definitely, regardless of the day you're going or the time of day you think you're going, you can head to the MGM Properties website, the Park MGM website, and you can make a reservation ahead of time. But go, please go to Best Friend. You can tell them Braggins Venture sent you, and they'll look at you funny because they don't know who we are. other than the people that were just filming while we ate. But anyway, super cool spot. You definitely want to check it out. I can't say enough good things about this, but I really do feel like it's time for us to move on to the next restaurant. I've told you enough about Best Friend, and I don't want to give away the whole kit and caboodle. So I think it's time that we move on to the next restaurant. This one's a fast service spot. It's called the Chef Truck. It's kind of right there in the sort of lobby area. It's a you know, grab and go type spot, but they do have the mobile order available, which is one of my favorite things that a lot of Las Vegas properties are doing now. I can be in my room, go into their app, place a mobile order, go down, pick it up. It's a great option. Honestly, this was a spur of the moment choice. We were like, hey, you want to grab a sandwich here real quick? Just so that we could show you guys a sandwich from here. I am so glad we went here. This sandwich was so freaking good, and the price is right here. You know, a lot of people think there's not like kind of budget friendly spots at the Park MGM. The Chef Truck is absolutely one of them. The food's good. It's a hearty portion for what you're paying. Definitely check it out. Another kind of less expensive spot is sort of outside, but it is part of the property. It's called the Crack Shack. I've walked past that giant chicken 1,000 times. I've never gone in here. I didn't even know what it was, to be honest with you. But we decided we wanted to check it out for you guys. It's huge, first of all. It is much larger on the inside than it remotely appeared from the outside. You go up, you place your order, they call out, and then you go to a different spot to grab it. First off, these sandwiches are so freaking massive. Grab 450 napkins, prepare to get it in your beard, drop it all down the front of your shirt. Just know it's gonna be messy, but it is absolutely gonna be worth it. We tried all 4 of their sauces because we can, and we wanted to, because they have this little like sauce bar, and you just put whatever you want. All the sauces were pretty tasty, you know, like the ranch is just kind of ranch, but the rest of the sauces were tasty. The sandwich is fire. Like, I kind of want to go back and do a we tried everything on their menu for you video, because the one sandwich we got to share, absolutely amazing, delicious food. They also have a sink right there in the dining room, so you can go wash up, because they know their sandwiches are huge mess makers. Service here, super friendly. We're happy with everybody we interacted with. The food is phenomenal, and I think honestly, for what you're paying, if you don't get like one of those huge family meals that are like $60, if you get this sandwich combo thing, they'll have specials. You know, you're gonna get real full for $15, and in Vegas on the Strip, you can't really go wrong with that kind of pricing. I highly recommend checking out Crack Shack. It's a good fast lunch spot. I would gather they probably get pretty packed in the evening hours. It kind of looks like, because there's a full bar inside too, it looks like a party atmosphere. Anyway, moving on. Of course, we went to Italy. We have to go to Italy. So you can enter this from the casino side, or they have this gorgeous entryway from the street. So it's basically a food hall, Italian themed, and kind of higher priced. There are grocery store elements to it, like you can go buy some pasta or sauces, that kind of stuff, bottle of wine, whatever, and take home with you. But for the most part, it's a food hall, for lack of a better word. And I gotta tell you, I don't want to say it's not worth it. It's just, know that this isn't going to be McDonald's kind of pricing. Just know that. The food's tasty. We tried a couple of different booths. Sandwich one, the pizza one. We tried drinks at a couple different bars. It's a cool space. It's a neat environment. It is pretty loud inside. And it's kind of a pain, because you have to go to each booth individually to order the stuff. And you know, each one's gonna have its own line, so you kind of have to split your party up, and you go here and you go there, kind of thing. I will say there is a hidden gem, and it's kind of near the front of the building, on the southernmost side, on the lower level of Italy, and it's this little wine bar, and they do wine tastings there. She's tucked back into a corner, so a lot of people weren't hanging out, and they have a 21 and over only seating area over in this section. And I asked, hey, can we bring our food from any of the booths and come sit here? And she's like, yeah, no problem. We bought all our drinks from her. Had a really good time down in that corner. That's a hidden gem. This sandwich that you saw me trying, it's pretty good. It was a little bready, but I gotta tell you, that bread's pretty tasty. But the sandwiches are kind of pricey. for what you're getting. I mean, if this is just a snack stop, sure, but I would not put this on anyone's cheap eats video or, you know, budget dining list. We also grabbed a slice of pizza. And when I say slice, it's pretty massive. It's like the size of our heads. Again, though, kind of pricey. This isn't going to go on any of my cheap pizza Vegas videos. But you know what? There's a really tasty slice of pizza. It's just kind of, again, a pain to get because you wait in the long line to order it, and the pizza one's the most popular one, and then they give you a buzzer, and then the buzzer goes off. You got to come back and get it, and it took a long time to get it. There's also a fancy looking bar in the middle, and when I say fancy, I'm talking like $25 beverages, cocktails. But you know what? Cocktails are tasty. So overall, Italy's a cool spot to do once. I don't think I ever need to do it again, but it is an option for you when you are inside Park MGM. All right, up next, we're gonna check out another dinner spot we went to called La La Noodle. This is more Asian cuisine, but it's somehow different Asian cuisine. This one's probably a little more traditional, whereas Best Friend was kind of Asian fusion. This is just a straightforward, for lack of a better word, it's a noodle house. It's a really interesting layout. It's a skinny, long dining room. Fast, friendly service. I mean, everyone working there seemed like they wanted to be there and they were excited that we were there with them. This is another spot, though. Make those reservations because this place was jam-packed. Although it's also another spot that you can get a My Vegas reward for a complimentary appetizer with purchase of an entree. So we did that. Alyssa and I did family style here as well. We got our appetizer, and then we got a couple of different entrees to share, some sides, that kind of stuff, and we just kind of ate and enjoyed ourselves. It can get loud in here simply because people are loud. I don't think it's necessarily like the design of the room or anything like that. It's just that people are loud in general, especially when they've been drinking in Vegas. You know how it goes. I mean, you've seen our videos. Anyway, food's absolutely phenomenal here, though. I'm gonna recommend that you make your way to La La Noodle anytime that you're staying at the Park MGM or if you happen to be in the area. I think this would be a great spot just to go have dinner. It's a different experience than Best Friend. And the pricing, I guess, is comparable. This might be slightly cheaper than Best Friend, but the food's tasty, and I'm having a real hard time telling you, like, I preferred La La Noodle or Best Friend one over the other. You know what? If you've been to both, let us know in the comments below which one you liked. And while I'm on the subject, if you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button. It really helps the channel. If you like this video, give us that thumbs up. That helps as well. And do ring that notification bell. We've got some exciting changes coming up at the channel. You're really going to want that notification bell clicked so that you know when we're uploading new content. We're going to do a whole announcement video later in the week on June 19th. Or 20th, somewhere in this week, we'll do an announcement about the changes. But definitely make sure you've subscribed, and hey, go find us over on social media. We're everywhere pretty much, and we love interacting with you. And part of that announcement is that you're gonna get different experiences depending on if you're hanging with us on YouTube or Instagram, that kind of stuff. So since you're watching this video, I guess you're getting a sneak peek of that announcement. All right, back to La La Noodle. Guys, I really cannot say this enough. Go to La La Noodle, get all the food you want, eat it, enjoy it, tip well because those servers absolutely earn it. I've gushed enough about La La Noodle. You guys know you should go there. Let's move on to a brunch spot. This is called Primrose. It's literally located in the lobby of the hotel. We went here on our last morning, Alyssa's actual birthday, so she got to eat brunch. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't dine indoors. Go check out this small little patio they have because it overlooks kind of the pool area and it feels like a whole different world. They also have heaters and fans, so depending on the weather, they're gonna keep you nice while you're there. Highly recommend Primrose. It's a tasty brunch spot. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is not a cheap brunch spot. You're gonna spend the money here. But honestly, the service was friendly, the food was tasty and well prepared, and the drinks were pretty tasty. We had another My Vegas here. This had as a buy one get one mimosa. So Alyssa got 2 mimosas for the price of 1. She also got a cool little breakfast dessert complimentary because, well, it was her birthday. Little tip for you when you make reservations, and again, this is one I'm going to tell you to make a reservation for. There's spots on the MGM properties where you can put special notes like, hey, we're celebrating a birthday. everywhere we went this week, I put that as a note if we had a reservation so that everyone in the world would treat Alyssa a little extra special. And you know what? Everyone at MGM, at Park MGM, absolutely went above and beyond. She felt like a real queen for the week. Really do appreciate everything that everybody did for her. We have a short out on YouTube that you can check out about all the freebies she got throughout Las Vegas for her birthday. I was actually shocked by the amount of people that are still doing nice things in the world when it's your birthday. So make sure you go check that out. You know what? I'm gonna link to that one in the description below as well. But back to Primrose. You know, this was a nice hearty meal. We weren't headed straight home this morning. We were gonna go downtown afterwards, and we're gonna do a couple little bar hop things down there. We wanted to eat well, so brunch at Primrose, highly recommend it. Again though, do eat outside. That's just my opinion. All right, another breakfast spot we checked out, though it's open 24 hours, is called the Side Betty. Get it? Like a side bet at the blackjack table, but it's the Side Betty grill. All right, I think Park MGM should see themselves out now. Anyway, you know what? This spot is like a cool little pickup greasy spoon type thing. You're not gonna get anything terribly fancy here, but they make really tasty breakfast burritos and pretty massive breakfast sandwiches. They've got a 24-hour menu. You know, you're gonna get like your typical hot dog and that kind of thing for 24 hours. It's tucked kind of behind the sports book. You kind of have to just look for it and know it's there. 24 hours, but really super awesome is that they will let you do mobile order here. So you do your mobile order, it'll notify you when your food's ready, head down and pick it up, take it back to your room. There is a small area that you can sit inside, but I don't recommend that. I think there was a couple seated in there while I was waiting for my food, and I think if another group was in there, it would feel a little too crowded, if you know what I mean. But the food here is pretty tasty, especially when you consider the price. This goes back to what I mentioned with the chef truck. There are affordable eats at the Park MGM. Don't be fooled. This was a good choice. You're gonna definitely fill up that belly before you head out to the strip for the day. You're gonna be satisfied. I mean, it's greasy spoon diner food, guys. It's not, you're not eating gourmet over here. But you know what? If I look at this and then I look at like the Primrose platter that costs way more, basically the same ingredients, you know, you got eggs, bacon, right? This was a great choice. I recommend it. The Side Betty also, that kitchen services the BetMGM Sportsbook. So this is kind of a bonus entry, I guess. This isn't really a place I'd be like, let's go to dinner at the Sportsbook. It's huge. It's one of the biggest sportsbook at any MGM property. But you know what? We went for a drink and then he was like, yeah, we've got a menu, check it out. So technically, I guess this counts as us eating at the Side Betty a second time, because it is the kitchen that services the sportsbook. But you know what? It's fine. I'm going to mention it here anyway so you know that it exists as an option. The drinks are great here. Shout out to the bartender who poured Alyssa a double because it was her birthday. These fries from the Side Betty, but on the sportsbook menu, absolutely delicious. Highly recommend checking out the sportsbook when you're there. They also regularly have a My Vegas reward for buy one get one drinks. Last up, I'm going to mention the Starbucks simply because Alyssa went on the morning of her birthday to get her free Starbucks drink. Yes, they do honor that at the casino Starbucks. They are regular Starbucks, for lack of a better word. It's not like sometimes when you go into the ones in grocery stores and stuff and they're like, oh, well, we don't do gift cards or we don't do star points or whatever. This is a regular Starbucks, okay? So go check it out. Guys, Park MGM, you got to check it out. It's a definite hit. We love staying here. And you know what? It's kind of a mid-range price for all the MGM properties. I definitely recommend it. If you like our Vegas videos, check out this playlist right here. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure. Bye.